Health Matters at Crossroads, only on Bulozi TV, the pride of Bulozi.
Good afternoon, viewers. We welcome you to Health at Crossroads. This is Walia Bill, the presenter, and today we are going to have a very interesting discussion. This time we are coming to you live from Bulozi TV, the pride of Bulozi. We are on channel 120. That is TopStar Decoders. We are not only on TopStar, we are also on YouTube. Not only on YouTube, even on Facebook and TikTok. Simply look for Bulozi TV. You will find us. This afternoon, we are looking at depression. Many people are depressed. Many people are going through issues, more especially when it comes to mental health. You might be physically healthy, but mentally you might be sick without you knowing or without me knowing. So to discuss this issue, I have a special guest who is going to help us so that we can discuss and understand exactly what is depression. A time will come when we shall open the lines so that you can interact with us. You can call us on 0773 738-114, so that in case you have a question, you can ask our guest. She will be able to answer accordingly in a professional way. This afternoon, allow me to introduce Madam Mwape. Madam, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Walia. Good afternoon, viewers, and thank you for having me on today's program.
Sure. Today we are looking at depression.
Yes.
Mainly men are victims, is it?
Yes, they are also victims, actually.
I thought it's men who are more depressed because of the other gender, or
we have more cases in the hospital of women battling with depression than men. Maybe men do not reach out. I'm not too sure. Yes.
Okay. I thought men are victims. You women, because you open up, you share issues with your friends, you don't easily get depressed.
Yes, you are right to some extent. Men usually they struggle in silence. Okay. They don't usually open up or reach out for help because of the way and manner that men were generally raised. Okay. They were taught that you are strong, and as a man you are not supposed to cry. As a man you are not supposed to be talkative or open up on certain issues. You are supposed to be discreet, very secretive. So most of them are like that. Even when they are struggling, they would rather die with a thing inside without opening up. Okay. So that is leading to a lot of mental health issues amongst men.
Okay.
Yes.
As an expert, how would you define depression?
So depression, let me make mention that depression is not a case. It's not a weakness, but depression is a medical condition characterized by persistent low mood or sadness, low energy, loss of interest in previously enjoyed activities. If one was playing football, going to church, going for rehearsals at church, all of a sudden they stop. Then they have this persistent low mood and low energy to engage in any activity. So, and if these symptoms last for a period of 2 weeks and more, then would say somebody suffering from depression.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there any difference between depression and being sad?
Yes.
Like, since you mentioned of being in a low mood, like, you're just too sad, maybe something has happened, you don't want to participate in viable activities like your friends are playing soccer or other activities that used to interest you.
Yes.
You are just sad. Is there any difference between the two?
So we'll look at the duration. If you had a bad day, or for example, you faced a predicament, a loss of a loved one, loss of a job, definitely it's a normal reaction. One would be sad. But if that sadness persists to a period of 2 weeks and more, then we would get concerned.
Okay.
Yes. But the normal sadness is very different from depression. Because this one, there will be low mood, which is basically being sad, persistently, most likely every day, most of the time during the day. And then there will be low energy and loss of interest in previously enjoyed activities or hobbies. Then we would say somebody is getting depressed and needs attention.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, viewers, we are learning so much from the mental health nurse who's specialized in these issues. So stay tuned to Bulozi TV, the pride of Barose, so that we can learn together. You might not know that you have this condition. By the way,
Yes.
is it possible for someone to know that I'm depressed?
Others may not even know it.
Okay.
Yes, especially if you are surrounded by people who are not well informed. The moment you say, I'm feeling sad, I can't help it, I've got these feelings of helplessness, hopelessness, worthlessness, they'll just say you are weak. Just be strong, you also. We all go through this.
Okay.
Yes, they will not help that person to realize that it's a condition. Maybe they need medical attention. Maybe they need to reach out to the hospital or the nearest local clinic. So in most cases, people do not even realize.
So it's very possible that one can be depressed without knowing.
Yes, without knowing.
What could be the symptoms? Or before we go to symptoms,
Yes.
what could be the reasons that would trigger depression?
So we've got a number of them, the risk factors or some causes. So I'll categorize them in 3 categories.
Okay.
I'm going to say biological factors.
Okay.
So when I mention biological factors, these include brain changes, just the brain chemistry, or hormonal changes, or an imbalance in neurotransmitters like serotonin.
Okay.
So when there are those changes, one can end up with depression.
Okay.
Then there are also psychological factors. Whether you agree with me that they are just people who are naturally negative, they have got this negative thinking pattern. They don't believe in themselves, they feel they can't make it. They are just generally negative about everything concerning their lives. So that also, those personality traits can cause depression. Then we have got social factors, like being in debt, especially chronic debt, financial difficulties, all those, and environmental factors, maybe a chronic illness, illnesses maybe like diabetes, cancer, all those hypertension can also trigger, because one will continue thinking, will I recover? This kind of illness has limited me to get involved and to do various things. So all those can trigger depression.
Okay.
Yes, amongst other factors. Even loss of a job, yes, all those.
Okay.
Yes.
So, as a mental health expert, what would you recommend would be the ideal way to come out of depression? Is it conducive for someone who's depressed to talk about the situation, or maybe if something bad has happened to me or somebody else? Is it right, more especially men? Men are culprits. We are told you have to be strong.
Yes.
You know, as a man, be aggressive. Whatever you face in life, face them as a man.
Yes.
You don't need to break down.
Yes.
Does that help or it worsens the issue of depression?
To some extent, it does, because it helps one develop what we call resilience. Meaning, even in an event where you face a difficult situation, you are able to navigate that challenge.
Okay.
But on the other hand, people will struggle in silence, and the situation will worsen to a point where somebody can even have suicidal ideas because they feel they can't get help. They are doomed, they're in this cage and there is no way out. But if you speak out, especially to the right person, a trusted maybe family member, a pastor, you reach out to the clinic, a professional person like me talks to you, you find that we can find solutions around that challenge that you're facing.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it easy to notice that someone is depressed?
Yes, looking at the symptoms that I highlighted, I mentioned low mood, low energy, loss of interest in previously enjoyed activities. So all those, sometimes people will also have symptoms like difficulties in sleeping, like insomnia or a change in their appetite. Probably they will start eating too much or eating less.
Even eating too much. I thought I thought depression is it's only associated with the loss of appetite.
No,
Even eating too much.
yes, like for us women, you just start having this craving for chocolate, for ice cream. Before you know it, you become an obese.
Okay.
Obesity sets in. So people respond differently to depression. Others will be sleeping the whole day. Others will have difficulties to go to sleep. So those are other symptoms of depression.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, in the event that you notice that someone is depressed, like you who are mental health experts,
Yes.
how do you help somebody upon knowing that this person is depressed? Do you tell them to be strong, or you have some counseling session? How do you handle such people?
Thank you so much for that very good question. So we have different approaches that we use. Depending on the severity, sometimes we can even use medication. We can prescribe medication for that patient. So we've got what we call cognitive behavioral therapy, which explores one's thoughts, identifying the negative thoughts and replacing them with the positive thoughts. For example, an individual who has given up on life because they lost their job, and because of that they feel they cannot do anything, then you replace those thoughts by helping them identify another skill that they have. Probably if it's a woman, they can bake, they can do gardening. That would be their means of earning income. So we can use cognitive behavioral therapy, which just focuses on exploring the thoughts, identifying the negative thoughts and replacing them with the positive thoughts. Then we have interpersonal therapy, which focuses on relationships, how to interact with other people like family, friends, at the place of work. Yes, then we also have the problem-solving therapy, which focuses on the problem. You identify the problem and brainstorm the solutions to that problem. So those are some of the non-pharmacological therapies that we use. But in case there is need for medication, we can also use medications that we call antidepressants, like amitriptyline and fluoxetine and many others.
I thought depression is a mental problem. Does it even require medication?
Yes, to some point, yes. If we assess the severity, we identify to say the cause is not any of those that I mentioned, then we can use medication, especially if the cause is biological. You remember I mentioned about biological causes?
Yes.
Yes, then there will be need to use medication.
Okay.
Yes, to stabilize the mood. Yes. But it's not in all cases. Like I said, we assess the severity of that depression. And we'll be able to tell whether one will need medication or a combination, because others will have a combination of therapies, cognitive behavioral therapy probably, and medication. Then others will just have these talk therapies only, the counseling and the psychotherapy.
Okay.
Yes.
Since you talked about appetite, eating, excessive eating,
Yes.
being linked to a symptom of depression.
Yes.
How do I know? How do I know that I'm depressed? This kind of eating style or the eating habit which has changed, it's out of depression or out of appetite? Maybe the appetite has just leveled up.
So if that excessive eating is coupled with low mood and low energy, probably even with loss of interest in previously enjoyed activities, then we would get concerned.
Okay.
Yes, and we don't just eat anyhow. While you agree with me, we've got reasons why we eat, and you watch over your diet. What are you eating? Imagine I said you're craving for ice cream. 30 minutes ago, I was eating ice cream. Another 30 minutes ago, chocolates, crisps. Yes, which are not even healthy snacks.
Okay.
Yes.
So you only, you know why I'm asking? There could be the boy Nonge who's watching,
Yes.
or Womoviana, you know, so that probably they get to understand these things. If I am eating too much,
Yes.
let's say there is no sadness, there's no sign, no traces of sadness.
Yes.
I'm jovial, and then I'm eating. That couldn't be attached to depression.
No, it wouldn't. If there is no low mood,
No mood.
no low energy, no loss of interest in hobbies, then it could be other factors prompting that one to be eating excessively and not depression.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Womoviana, I believe you are watching and you are listening and you are learning something. If you have increased in your level of eating, don't think appetite, or probably even wives. Sometimes a man would be depressed,
Yes.
then the wife would not even know. She would think, according to what you are explaining as an expert, she would think, my husband this week is eating too much. Maybe because of some financial stress, it has triggered, or it has gone into depression. Maybe he has been depressed for a very long time. He has been sad. You know, maybe he has lost employment.
Yes.
Thereafter, he levels up in terms of that. Is now finishing 3, 4, 5 lamps now, and the wife is impressed that my husband is eating now instead of getting sad. At what point should someone get sad?
The frequency of eating as well. So your husband just finished eating, I don't know if it's lunch at 12:30. By 13 hours, they want to eat something, groundnuts. Look at the frequency also. So you would know something, and the history also. If he lost his job, then you better get consent. He may not just verbalize to say, I'm struggling with this. He's using food as a coping mechanism, all right? And it's a wrong way of coping. So when you come across a case like that with history of maybe losing a loved one, loss of a job, yes, and then they begin to eat excessively, and the frequency is questionable, it's too much. Eating time after the other you're eating, then would get consent.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, upon discovering that this person is depressed, or I know that I'm depressed, or somebody who's watching now knows that is depressed or she's depressed,
Yes.
what are the common ways of getting help?
Common ways of getting help.
So that at least
Yes, so it's better to visit your local clinic. If you are able to reach out and come to Lewanika, you can come to Lewanika General Hospital. We have a mental health department there, and we have mental health professionals who can attend to your case and help you. But if you cannot easily access Lewanika General Hospital, you can always go visit the local clinic and speak to somebody, to a nurse there, any nurse or medical profession that you may find at the clinic.
Okay.
And explain your situation. So if there is need to refer you to Lewanika, they will refer you to the mental health department or mental health professionals, then will attend to you. Yes.
Is mental health problem associated to madness?
Mental health.
Can we say, can people be scared if they have to come to visit your vicinity, like in a mental health clinic? Can that be associated to madness? Should they worry that
This is why we are aggressively going out to disseminate information, because people limit mental health to the so-called madness, to those people who are looking filthy and unkempt. Yes, but mental health, we deal with a lot of issues. It's not just those that you know and the so-called mad. Somebody struggling psychologically, we step in to help. So we deal with cases of depression, bipolar mood disorder, which is just a problem to do with your mood. Today your mood is elated, tomorrow your mood is low, just like that. We have cases of schizophrenia. We know how we diagnose, so we deal with different cases. Yes, even depression, even cases of suicide can come through to mental health department. We counsel them, we talk to them. Yes, so we should not just limit mental health, anything to do with mental health, to the so-called mad people. Yes, actually, that's stigma and discrimination. Yes.
Because I know many people get to worry or get to fear
Yes.
when you advise them to go for mental health checkup or to seek mental health specialists. They will think you are referring to them as mad. You see, they feel offended. That's why I wanted you to clarify as an expert. So now, what about mental? Let me ask over the traditional arrangement.
Yes.
The traditional way and faith-based, do they help in terms of coping up with depression? Do they qualify? Is there any room for such kind of application in the stabilization of mental health?
Yes, actually, I can say they work alongside with us.
Okay.
For us, we would do the medical, as the hospital would do the medical assessment and treatment.
Okay.
We will assess an individual. If there is need for treatment, we'll offer that treatment. Then they can be receiving treatment at the hospital and receiving pastoral counseling from the pastor or from the community elders. So we work in collaboration, that's what I can say. These people really help these individuals. You find that many people draw strength from the church or from the community leaders. So there is no way we can push them aside. We are working in collaboration with the church and community leaders or traditional healers. There is a certain social support that they give to these clients.
Okay.
Yes. For those who go to traditional healers, what we request for is for you to open up in case there are certain helps that you are receiving that side, so that we know what kind of medication should we give you, because we should know the drug interaction. Because at the end of the day, if something goes wrong, you don't know where to point to, right? So we'll tell you, no, if you've come to the hospital, for now, just take medication. We see how you're responding. Yes, but for the church, there's no problem. One can be coming to receive treatment and going for prayers and receiving pastoral counseling.
Okay. What message can you give to people who, more especially who are so religious,
Yes.
they would rather go a religious route and avoid medical help? And they're in a state of depression. They just say, no, it's just Jesus. It's just prayers, medical counseling, medical help. We don't believe in that. What message can you give that?
Actually, we have clients like that. So when things now get to the West, we will find them rushing to the hospital. So my word of encouragement is it's better you embrace both approaches. You are coming to the hospital and they are going to the church for prayers and pastoral counseling. If you just say, no, I'll just be praying, like I said, depression is not a curse. Depression doesn't mean weakness. It's something scientifically proven, and using the scientific knowledge, you can receive help as well. So I would encourage you to come to the hospital, just like people who are suffering from hypertension can be taking their medication and still go for prayers.
Okay.
So, yes, so that's my word of advice to that group of people.
Okay.
Yes.
But those who would want to access help, is there a cost attached? And how affordable is it?
No, there is no cost attached. It is absolutely free. That psychotherapy, that counseling, we offer it for free. All you need to do is reach out, come to the hospital, or go to the nearest clinic and you'll be attended to. There are no costs attached.
Okay.
Yes.
That's interesting. But is there anything like community-based? Where do you have posts, or they just have to come to Lewanika?
For now, it's just to visit the local clinic or come to Lewanika. But there is a toll-free number, helpline number that you can call.
Yeah, please give us the line so that Kezo, please, you need to seek mental health diagnosis. We know what you do. We know what you are going through. Please let mental health experts have a look at you. Let them counsel you, Kezo. We know exactly what you are going through. This is the number that you are going to use so that you can seek help.
Yes, the helpline number is 933. It's free. You can just dial that number, or send the word mind to 878 by SMS, or send the word mind on WhatsApp, and you send it to this number 076 88788 076 88788. Yes, so you can just send the word mind to 878 by SMS, or you send the word mind on WhatsApp on this number 076 88788.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I believe Kezo is watching. Please take note of that and send for help. Is there any medication that helps, and does it come with any side effects with those who are having depression?
So this medication is not something you go and buy from the chemist by yourself. It should be prescribed. Okay. So I'm encouraging you, if you have any manifestations of these symptoms, you better reach out, come to the hospital, make an assessment, and prescribe if there is need for any medication. So we have different medications. We call them antidepressants. We have amitriptyline, imipramine, fluoxetine, all these medications that we use. Yes, they have some side effects like dry mouth, headache, dizziness, nausea. Just those mild side effects. Mm-hmm. But let me emphasize, you don't walk into a chemist to buy this medication all by yourself. You need to be assessed, and the medical profession needs to prescribe this medication.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, as we are coming to the end of the program, probably people should get something. Maybe there are people who just joined us in the middle of the program, and they have missed the other part. Mm-hmm. So I want you to find out something. Like there are those who are depressed, and they are contemplating committing suicide. Yes. And either suicide, or they are seeking attention, or others maybe they want someone to sympathize with them. They try to harm themselves. How can they come out of that mood of wanting to kill themselves or harming themselves? And what word of counsel can you give them as you are coming to the end of the show? Yes,
very good question. If you have feelings or thoughts of ending your life because of the predicament you are facing, whatever challenge you are going through right now, my word to you is, whenever you have those thoughts, or if you're having them right now, get in touch with a trusted family member or anyone. Don't stay alone, because if you're struggling alone, these thoughts will intensify. So please, you need to get in touch with somebody and explain how you're feeling. If you're able, visit the nearest clinic, speak to a nurse. If you have a trusted family member or even a pastor in this case, please, you need to call them and explain your situation. Then if you're with somebody who's having those thoughts or feeling that way, immediately, without wasting time, you need to bring that person to the hospital or visit a local clinic without delay, because they need immediate help before we lose another life to suicide. So this is my word of encouragement to say, don't stay alone entertaining such thoughts. You need to reach out, seek help, find a trusted family member, or you can reach out to the pastor, whoever you trust, and explain your situation. It's not a weakness, so you just need to open up to say, I keep feeling like this, I keep having such thoughts. Then you as a person that this individual opens up to, without wasting time, you need to bring them to the hospital so that they are attended to immediately. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
that is interesting. As we are closing the show,
Yes.
should men cry?
Yes.
Is it? I thought it's a sign of weakness. Men should be strong.
When it hurts, when you're distressed, you don't struggle alone. Break the silence.
Oh.
Because remaining silent just makes the whole situation worse. It will not help you in any way. When your emotions are hurt, naturally, you are supposed to cry, because crying works as a therapy to some extent. Yes, you feel much better after crying.
Would you admire a man who's crying?
Yes. If they were to explain to me the reasons why they are crying, yes, I have seen a man cry. I've
Okay.
seen a man cry, especially when they lose a loved one.
Okay.
So it's normal.
Okay.
We don't mean cry in public, like groaning.
Okay.
But it is important to cry. It's a therapy on its own.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, viewers, unfortunately, time is not our best ally. This is where we have to say our bye-byes. This has been Wadia Bill, your host on your program, which is Health Matters at Crossroads, where we discuss matters pertaining to health. Your health is your wealth. Safeguard your wealth. Safeguard your mental health. Besides your physical health, your mental health matters, because your mind, that's where all things are processed. It is more like the engine that drives your life. So make sure we safeguard our mental health. Men, we are told we should cry. It's okay. It's okay. We can cry. It will help us relieve the depression. Well, until next week, have a pleasant week.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Get ready to take control of your health. Your health is at Crossroads. Discussing nutrition, fitness and mental wellness, Health Matters at Crossroads, only on Bulozi TV, the pride of Bulozi. Get ready to take control of your health.